Well, after an extended break, a lot of waffling, we are now going to be going back into our matchup. We do now have a stand-in of forZe. Unfortunately, it looks like Innocent hasn't managed to fix his problems. And well, hopefully that means that we will not... Well, hopefully he'll come back maybe for map 2, but forZe's definitely not the worst person they could get stand-in. Hopefully he'll be able to show us his stuff. We are going to have the game going straight back underway. I'm going to have Fox and RPK already opening things up. Jerry has managed to trade himself one back with the MP9, but he seems like he's losing his teammates and actually does manage to jump up and find an AK, but Happy is still there. Face crack now, the only one left alive, but the bomb is going to be rotating all the way back towards the A site. Maybe able to catch somebody on the cross, but very unlikely. This is going to be hiding. Trying to take down Happy, but it's not going to happen. He's continuing to impress, obviously. Just a save round. And still not much that the CT side can invest. Either way. Going to go for something a little bit elaborate. They do actually manage to take down Happy. They've retrieved an AK, and actually this is getting a little bit sketchy. Fox in the backlines. Don't think... Oh, he hasn't spotted Jerry. This is going from bad to worse. This was barely anything invested. HS has to try and save them here, which he may be able to do, lining up two, a third round the corner, but now FaceCrack finds a kill. Well, the man who's only just joined the server has to try and clutch things out. This is not the way this round was supposed to be going. FaceCrack going to walk down. forZe does manage to pick himself up one. Yakinda just waiting around the corner on short. There's a decent chance here, but he has been spotted. And forZe is actually going to make the clutch. Not a bad addition, has to be said. Already though, this round, the buy-in. CT side off to a much better start. They did do a lot of damage in the previous round. Jerry looking to continue that. The flashbang is well placed. Fox will finally put him down, but fact is it's all but done. The CT side actually kick things off very well. And the T's, well, after such a costly previous round, are actually not going to fully invest into this one. Just take the hit. Although HS has gone all in with his money. I suppose into the next round he won't have that much better, but I feel like maybe forZe could have dropped him a gun instead. Either way, they're going to try and do a little bit of damage in this round as a minimum, but bomb plant will definitely help them out. Shot already from Almeza. Has to be a little bit careful. Has support from short, but already Fox is going to kick things off with a kill. They will manage to trade things back, and I believe that is the bomb drop. HS, not normally an AWP, has managed to find a second kill. Happy with the CZ as well, doing work, and he's found an AK-47. However, Jerry is there to trade things back. Happy came close to an ace at the beginning of this game. This time he only needs 3, and he's already got a couple. Has to be a little bit careful that he doesn't just fall into the hands of his opponent, but actually XePower is going to miss the shot, and now Happy can escape. He can reset this battle, turn it back into a much more even duel. The fact is, opponent has actually gambled correctly, expecting him to come back round towards this site. XePower is just going to be waiting. If Happy goes for the bomb plant here, he's all but dead. It's just whether or not he clears the site properly. He's not going to. Well played by XePower. A little bit of luck can go a long way. Obviously, the potential there was that Happy would go in the other direction. However, in the grand scale of things, that's not a bad round at all. Tempo Storm were mostly saving, although by the looks of things, they still can't buy into this round. They could have gone for AKs, but they've decided to actually save up again. Obviously doing so much with the pistols in the previous round. But they're going to try and do more once more. And if they can drop as many players as they just did, then their buy round for sure will be putting them into a good scenario. Either way, this time it's going a little bit better at the start for the CT side. They've gone quite aggressive, and they found that opening kill onto Happy. RPK trying to do damage from the top, but Jerry still surviving, dancing with death, and has support from his teammates as well. It's left with the late stand-in, I should say, because I suppose technically Happy and RPK are stand-ins as well. Here we go. This is where the buy comes in for Tempo Storm. AKs across the board. Still got the AWP onto XePower, but he is actually going to be forced back and almost burns all the way down. Just 28 HP, and considering he's the lone defender of the B site, definitely not the best start to the round. forZe going much heavier in their defense of middle and A. You have to be fairly careful though, and Yakinda already going to be dropped. The second comes in. The gap in the smoke helps Face Crack at least net one. He now joins XePower as one of the low players. T-side just going to be playing patiently here. He can be coming through. Oh, nice shot from HS. And he gets the second as well. Almeza should have had him dead to rights, but instead HS pulling off an incredible shot to take him down, and XePower left alone. And well, at least they had a clean round in the previous. That will give them some extra money, but I feel like saving the AWP was probably the right decision there. We'll see how much money they actually have left in the bank. It's enough, but if they want an AWP, then there'll have to be one player actually just left much lower in terms of utility. The odds for the series, Tempo Storm with the advantage. Can't say I'm overly surprised, especially with the way that they played yesterday in their first official, and they've started this game off strong. Already the T's looking at change of pace a little bit. Not a whole lot of utility to slow them down. HS trying to find the opener, but Yakinda is going to find it instead. Spray through the wall actually does a little bit of damage from forZe, but after not getting anything initially, the T's are just going to opt to fall back. Not try and overface into the B site. Obviously, if rotations come in quickly and you get slowed down, it's actually fairly easy for the CT side to clean things up. Face crack. Has he just been wrecked by timing? No, he actually spins around. Almost repeats what HS was able to do in the previous round. And, well, forZe is now left 1 versus 5. Needs to pull off a miracle. And, well, it's just not going to be happening. Far too many players to aim at. Not a single kill comes in for Tempo Storm after their victory in the previous. They're actually going to call what I imagine is going to be a tactical pause. Don't have a huge amount of money to actually buy into this round. 3 players can get AKs. The other 2, well, maybe one could actually be dropped an AK and the other would just have to have a pistol or something, but not really the ideal scenario either way. T side may just want to go with a few pistols again. Try and at least do some damage. They were fairly successful. Again, it's looking like RPK has got off to a bit of a slow start. Maybe not quite an early riser. I say early riser. I believe in France it is currently 9 PM, or almost 9 PM, so I can't really say too much about this one. And yeah, once again, there's going to be some pistols, so not the ideal scenario for Tempo Storm. I will say yesterday the CT side, although it definitely had weaknesses. Have we just had another player drop? RPK's now gone from the server. What is going on with Tempo Storm? I say that RPK's not playing that well, and he's gone. He's out. Not the best day for Tempo, it has to be said. Luckily, this isn't a round where they didn't have a huge amount invested into it. forZe actually going to be able to hit the dink. And HS has done similarly, but neither of them actually managing to get themselves a kill. forZe hoping to try and do some damage, and while happy is now all that remains. Just looking to try and sneak his way in towards the B side, but XE Power is going to switch. Well, I'm guessing we're going to see another pause called in as RPK dropped from the server. Especially now that it's going into their buy round. Definitely not a lucky day for them, that's for sure. Definitely, and the other thing as well is just the way that these pauses have actually happened. It seems that it's helped forZe quite significantly because, well, we talk about the sort of momentum-based thing. Like, we had Happy actually just running away with everything. I think he was, what, like 11-3 or something? Or he was at least 9-3 when the pause came in. He's slowed down a bit. HS has had a few good rounds, but it hasn't been a particularly good showing from the rest. On the other side, you Kinder fairly quiet, but other than that, not too much of an underwhelming performance. And we're not really seeing much of the AWP onto forZe either, which is obviously the weapon he's renowned for. Either way, luckily this time RPK is able to fix things fairly quickly, and we'll be back into the server for the buy round. I think he could have actually dropped an AWP there, but would have had to remove head armor, so they've decided not worth it on the T side. And all in all, 7 rounds for Tempo Storm on this T side. If they play like they did yesterday, should be enough. But they're going to want to try and get themselves a little bit more. Either way, AWP onto XE Power once again. This time, actually going to be playing over towards the A side. More rotational AWP, and already RPK, well, maybe that quick reset has actually helped him out as he's found himself his 3rd kill. Dink will come in from HS. Although RPK will go down, it's still only a trade, which keeps the man advantage alive on Tempo Storm. Ooh. Gary actually going to be up in the corner there above the vent. Maybe able to catch someone off guard with that. XE Power is actually going to have a fair bit of work to do as he's just missed the players pushing out ramp. That's a lot of information that he just doesn't know. They're going to be able to get so far before he realizes absolutely anything. He will have now heard them onto the site, and this is where forZe is actually going to peek out. I believe will have spotted him. There is a long flank coming in, though. Our Maze are already around the back. HS catches the man in the middle. This flank eventually should be expected. Even if he does get one kill, there's still going to be a man advantage. And the fact is, Fox trying to take the fight there. Will be forZe going down. Almeza actually manages a second as well. The problem is both remaining players have a fairly open plan, but Almeza, he's managed to get himself 3. He suddenly turned this around. It's very close indeed. Molotov not quite going to reach onto the bomb, so he can just go for the defusal. I don't think HS knows it either. So this bomb, oh, HS just comes back. He just comes back. I didn't think he was going to check that. 4 HP, he will survive. That was unbelievably close to Almeza pulling off an insane clutch. The fact is, it will be an 8th round. Half will be won. Face crack this time though. We'll find the opening kill. The T side just looking to try and brute force their way in towards the A site. And well, this time Jerry's there to close them down. A couple of players remaining, Fox and Happy, who were the stars of this map yesterday. I think Happy's head may have been spotted, and well, that should be the end of him. He's down to just 15 HP and 8-7, looking very likely at this point. With Almeza doing so much damage, it is going to be closed out. So a pretty even half in the end. Obviously a killer start once again from Tempo Storm, but after the pause and things not quite going their way, we have come back to an 8-7. 5 of the last 7 rounds being won by the CT side. The question is, can forZe make this work when going into their T side? And can they take that second pistol to kick things off well? Well, I'm going to be getting back into the server. Give Tempo Storm win this pistol. That's the thing, they're a team that not only has the ability of Fox to get on the AWP, but Happy's actually very happy. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. To pick up the secondary AWP. And with the way he has been playing over the last couple of days, I really don't blame him. T side, at least the majority are going to be setting up over towards that B site. Had some utility at the beginning, but it seems like Jerry was just trying to throw that out as a fake. RPK was definitely one of their weak spots when it came to this CT side yesterday. We'll see if he can have a resurgence. Not in this round, at least. Dead within the first few seconds. Bomb is going to be going down. forZe's managed to find another one. Him and Fox looking to try and tag team and hold on towards this marketplace. Short push also coming in, but that's quickly denied as FaceCrack removes Happy from action. Now, Fox is the one with the kit, so there is still a possibility for them to get back into this round. They need to get them some kills quickly, and these close-range angles are making things very difficult indeed. Fox will find one, but I don't think there's any possibility here for HS. It's looking like forZe are going to take themselves the second pistol round. HS just looking to try and pad his stats a little bit. That's a nice couple of shots. No way he's getting this defusal. I don't really know where he's going here. May have just been a better idea to try and hold on to the Kevlar, but maybe was hoping the kit was a little bit closer by. Either way, CT side have forced into this one. HS going to be opting for the scout. They have stacked the A site. Unfortunately, they've gambled and they've gambled incorrectly. Because of that, they may just actually opt to save here. Not really much reason to try a retake. Don't have a kit, don't have any utility. it's just not going to happen. Maybe there's a chance for them to try and steal a weapon away, but Happy, as he tries to run for the hills, is actually going to be caught out. And, well, forZe can now just send in the cavalry to try and do some damage. With these SMGs, but, well, the fact is the CT side are just sat on the A site in a bit of a crossfire. Even just removing a couple of weapons here will make things a bit easier for the next round. Otherwise, it will just be pretty much the full force. And there you go, RPK down. Nice shot from forZe, will at least get himself one. And actually a second as well with the Deagle. So he makes things a little bit more costly for his opponents. But the fact is, they don't have as much to play with in this next round. forZe taking the lead. Oh, nade. There goes HS. He's removed within the first few seconds. And again, it's looking like a stack towards the A site when pretty much all of the Ts are just waiting over towards B. This is going to be another very easy and fairly boring round as forZe have played things perfectly. HS, well, gets the assist. It's actually fox. Obviously, HS died very early on. It will be something, an MP7, not something that fox is going to be too bothered about saving, but I wonder if he'll actually have the finances to purchase up an AWP. I was more looking to see if saving that armor would have made a difference, but the fact is, now I imagine he can't. Maybe a glass cannon one. RPK looking to try and do some damage with the scout, but it's actually forZe again. Third kill he's found with this very Deagle. Happy actually going to pick up. And, oh yeah, forZe's got 2 kills both rounds, so they're definitely making things a little bit more costly. There's some weapons to be saved. Already though, fox does actually have that AWP. It was purchased into this round. I think Happy's actually dropped it and kept the MP7. He is going to find the opener. Does leave Happy a little bit worse for wear, but fact is he's playing a fairly close angle. However, he will still go down. Yukinda gets tagged fairly low. RPK with a fadeaway headshot, and this time he has done work. A couple of kills to give them a decent position in this round, not to mention that one of them is only left on 4 HP. And fox is going to quickly finish him off. The fact is the remaining players looking to try and flank him, but forZe is already in waiting to shut him down. Tempo Storm right back onto the board, and with the amount of damage that forZe's actually done over the last couple of rounds, he's left the Ts with not a huge amount of cash. They're actually going to take a tactical pause here. Maybe making a decision whether they should buy. Like, pretty much everyone can get AKs, but the fact is it's just whether they can have utility, or in the case of Almeza, if they can even have head armor. Either way, they are going to invest. Almaze is actually going to opt to keep the head armor and will get himself a Galil instead. They've picked up a bit of utility as well. It's definitely not the best buy that they've had. With the reset looming, Tempo Storm could just even things up once again. RPK definitely struggled yesterday. We'll see if he has rectified the problem. Sits in the Molotov, is willing to burn to take down his opponent. He has support from Happy, who just about gets away with that kill. Nice shot from Fox as well. Is going to put down one of the players attempting to get on towards the A site. forZe will be traded out. HS has to be a little bit careful. He is going to survive in towards the connector, and Fox ready and waiting for any sort of cross is going to hit the shot. Instantly returning, and HS is there for the cross as well. Nice hold on the A side in the end from Tempo Storm. They are going to even things up. Now the T side, well, it's likely that they're going to lose themselves the lead. As they don't have anything invested in this round. A single P250. Fox will actually go down in the window. HS is going to quickly put any doubts of this round to bed. The question is, will they be able to retrieve the AWP? It would be quite a hefty cost if they don't, and that's something that will be a bit irritating to them. T-side now do have themselves some extra utility. The AKs as well. Definitely the best buy they've had so far on this T-side. Still no AWP yet. Expect to see that sooner, but need to be winning themselves some rounds to get the extra finances for that. Fox has definitely been a thorn in their side since picking up his AWP. This round at least, though, they're just going to play on more of a default. Wait patiently for any sort of aggression to come out, which does a lot of the time. Fox is definitely someone who likes to go aggressive with this AWP. Currently, actually in one of his more passive positions, just playing on short. Trying to take any fights to the top of mid. HS just running straight through the smoke. He will be caught out. They don't have much information, though. That's the problem. And well, I think they should be a little bit torn as which way to go. They're going to try and split in towards this B site initially, but the smokes have actually helped the CT side. They've dropped the bomb, but there's only 25 seconds left. But the fact is, they've managed to just win the duels. It looked for a second that the CT side might actually be isolated with the bomb in hand, but instead, now it's left with forZe to try and clutch things out. Don't think he's going to get anything done here. XC Power very well positioned. And eventually we'll close him down. So forZe 11-11 scoreline equalized once again. Decent amount of money saved on the majority of players, although RPK is a little bit light. I feel like they'll probably force into this one. Be quite surprised to see anything otherwise. forZe's actually going to juggle an AWP over to Fox, and definitely don't see anything wrong with that. XC Power will have one in return as well. So a crunch time round in this game. Both teams reset looming. There you go. That's the aggression you want from Fox. Finds that opening pick Trade looking to come in, and actually he's going to get a second, looking to just hold down this B site alone, re-aggresses, but this time he'll be shut down. However, the rotation's already come in, but RPK is going to go down without doing anything. A little bit of damage to Jerry at least, but he needed to do more. He needed at least to trade. Now the retake has to come in, and the problem is the CT side, that's where they're lacking. They went for the weaponry, they went to get Fox that AWP, and while he delivered, but they don't have the utility. They don't have a kit. They need the kills, and already it's going to be the first one going the way of the T's. HS will trade. But Happy gets nothing done, and HS has to try and clutch this out, and not with a lot of time on his hands, but he does find himself the first kill, knows where the remaining player is, but actually, XE Power is just going to try and play with him a little bit. Dives across, 8 bullets left in the clip, and, well, he's just playing with the clock at the moment. The bomb is going to be going off, nothing he can do, and XE Power will find the headshot. It is going to be 12-11 as forZe take themselves the lead once again, and this time, well, Tempo Storm don't have the money. Stack on towards the B side, at least for the majority. Just going to try and hold a crossfire with the USPs. Last few round fours actually have been really trying to force the issue over towards this B side, so it's understandable, but if they've read the economy correctly, they should know that this is going to be a much more difficult scenario. Actually, though this should be easy for them, they are actually pushing into the stack. There's a chance here, a very slim one. Unfortunately, the crossfire doesn't work at all. T-side are just going to rip them a new one. And although the stack was correct, Tempo Storm just didn't have the weaponry to do anything. So it is going to be a 13th round for forZe, and a pretty flawless one at that. So for any Tempo Storm fans, which I know there's a lot of them, I can see the amount of Portuguese in the chat at the moment. They might start to worry a little bit as forZe now in a pretty good position. And the fact is, Tempo Storm have never really been able to build enough economy to get the sort of buys they want, like get all that extra utility or even get a secondary AWP in there. Happy. That's a nice shot. Not going to get the second, unfortunately. That will mean the AK just falls straight back into the hands of their opponents. AWP possible for Fox. Glass Cannon, he is going to pick it back up once again. RPK, it's happening again. Mirage just doesn't seem to be his playground at the moment. Or maybe it's just the first map that he struggles on. But this is where Tempo Storm need to wake up and smell the coffee. Money's starting to build for the T side. Fox going to be looking for that opening pick over towards the ramp. Isn't going to find anything just yet. Got some aggression coming out from HS into middle as well, but by the looks of things, the T's are just going to go back to basics. HS spraying through the smoke. It is Fox to kick things off. Actually sort of save his teammate, but instead he's going to fall. Push back in from HS as he gets absolutely nothing done. Is XE Power doing the damage with that AWP? Now left just 3 remaining CT players, no kit. They need to find a quick kill in towards this site. Why is this looking like a 14th round maybe on the board? And by the looks of things, with the AWP being saved, Tempo Storm have decided that they're just going to have to give this one up. (14-11) forZe, turning things around from the early game. 4-1 lead for Tempo Storm. Not anything massive. The fact is, it is another round, and RPK even peeking out to try and take down one of these players. But the fact is, for forZe, losing a player that wouldn't really have done that much, but RPK losing the weapon actually means they only have a couple of players saving now. And I think if he'd saved his gun, they could have dropped a couple of FAMASes and actually sort of risked this one. It looks like they're still going to. It's definitely not going to be the buy they're looking for. By the looks of things, oh, Happy saves the AWP, Happy keeps the AWP. Fox is not going to be giving that one back, so he's going to be forced to play with a Mag 7. Definitely not the ideal scenario for the primary AWPer of this team. Happy can AWP. Just a bit surprised he's not the one opting to take the hit. He's going to be playing in the aggressive B position. It's going to be an A push straight in towards the site. Halvey already going to be down with Pace Crack, finding the opener. Spray coming through the smoke, as HS does actually manage to take down one, but in return, RPK is met with a bullet to the face, and all of the players over on this CT side starting to get whittled away, tagged down. And this time, XE is even looking to come in for a flank if they do try to escape. Well, he's just going to be handed a free kill onto Happy as well. It's left all onto Fox, a FAMAS in hand. I imagine he may just go and try and pick that AWP back up. But the fact is, XE is still lurking around the back. And your Kinder's there as well. 15-11, forZe get themselves onto map point. The choice, of course, of Tempo Storm. After a close game yesterday versus 3D Max on this map, one that ended in overtime, Tempo Storm may be about to lose this to forZe. Not something that was on the cards when we began. Obviously, Jerry having a great performance. Face Crack as well. Not really a weak link, and they're just going to go back to the basics once again, straight in with an A setup. Nice shot from Fox. Does manage a second as well with the Mag 7. Showing maybe he can pull off this shotgun. Actually going to go back for more. A third kill with the Mag. 4 for Fox. And he's going to keep them alive in this game. That came out of absolutely nowhere. The man from Portugal strutting his stuff, making a buttload of cash as well. Bear in mind, $900 for each of those kills. So a 3,600 boost to his economy. I don't know where that came from. He's now hit 25 kills, joint top in the server. And while Tempo Storm will live to fight another day, 3 rounds needed to take us to overtime, and already HS is going to be dead to the likes of XE. An aggressive peak on ramp. By the looks of things, the CTs are going to try and return with some aggression over towards that B site. Fox trying to play on the edge of the smoke, but this time Jerry will catch him. Not going to allow any more heroics from the man from Portugal. And while it seems like the CT side may be down and out here, RPK and Happy both tagged. Bomb going to be making its way in towards that A site, and there's not really anything they can do about it either. Both have kits, both have a little bit of utility, but there's going to need to be some serious mistakes, and RPK, well, he's definitely been one of the weaker links here. forZe, they are going to take themselves the victory, 16-12, as they do manage to upset their opponent's map choice. They will then head into map number 2 of Inferno and try and take this through in 2. And, well, Tempo Storm, it definitely looked like Innocent dropping from the server may have had an impact, but at the same time, I think we need to see the rise of the tank. RPK needing to step up. Had a very, very quiet game. Either way, we'll find out if he can on Inferno, as we'll be back after the break.
Place your bets at GG.bet. Most popular esports titles, deposit with convenient payment options, cool mini games, and 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at GG.bet.